We've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here...
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, he's mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Off the option, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Mariota now. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Hines now on the return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Lawrence to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on the last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to get this to the 31. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Mariota. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Right. Now Mariota. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the 1st quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Phillips able to get him for a loss of about 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Tucker on for a field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. But still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On play action, Lawrence. Little short pass here to Hill, and he goes out right around the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lawrence will throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. As they've got it as we resume action. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 15. They'll start out here with the option left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Aaron Jones from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 3rd and 5. Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Yeah, that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Lawrence. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mariota. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. First down, Mariota. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mariota on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw, Mariota. A little short pass. This is Everett. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Mariota. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And this returnable for Hines. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lawrence's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. closely. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He dumps it off for Henry. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Lawrence going to throw again. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Carolina.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Taysom Hill from 4 yards out. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at the 34. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield. Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A short throw caught by Andrews. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Following the interception here, Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the option, it's Jones. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So kind of disappointing there position like that, three's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put sixes on the scoreboard.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
7 yards there and a first down.
And the Panther first down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
They'll run it again with Henry.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
On play action, Lawrence.
Little short pass here to Hill. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Play action, it's Lawrence. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
The pass percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. A first down throw for Mariota.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Mariota now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the outside front getting to him. Other times with extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the option, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Mariota. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Mariota.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Mariota now from the 50.
And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So here is Mariota and the Falcons. Down by 2. A little under a minute 50 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Mariota. That's complete to Chase.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Mariota. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. To throw, Mariota. Able to find Jones. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Carolina, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.